Okay, I wanted to talk about another thing that is always on my mind with vacuum cleaners. Um, and I just wanted to put this out as a prop. Um, Not just talking about like open space, kind of just whatever. Um, but I want to talk about the reason I think that it is so important for someone to own a good quality vacuum cleaner. And I do not sell vacuum cleaners. I do not do any of that. But I have worked on quite a few of them. And I kind of know some of the ins and outs of uh, some machines and what are good, what's good, and what's not. Um, Now, as you can see, this one has a lot of tools with it. Um, this is a 2003 Kirby Ultimate G vacuum cleaner. Um, as you may or may not know, Kirby is one of the oldest manufacturers of vacuum cleaners, and they're made here in the United States. Um, and I just think that it's important, like, you don't necessarily have to own a Kirby vacuum cleaner. There's many different ones out there. There is Riccar, there is um, Miele, there is Sebo, there is quite a few other vacuum cleaners that are really good quality and last a long time. There's Auric um, and stuff like that. Now, I will warn you, before you go out and look for one of these, I will let you know right away they are extremely large and they are extremely heavy. So if you cannot physically use a large heavy machine, this is not for you. Um, it's not the easiest for me to use, but I just put up with it because I absolutely love these machines so much. I will not take my physical abilities to determine no for an answer on that. I don't know what it is, but I just will not say no to these because they're extremely reliable and extremely versatile. Um, Now, I just want you to think about this: washing machines, dryers, refrigerators. Okay? If you think about it, we do spend quite a bit of money on those to get bigger, larger, nicer ones. But most people say to themselves when they look at a vacuum cleaner, like, oh, it's like a toaster oven, it's like a food processor, it's like you know, a crock pot, it's like, you know, whatever. I can pick it up and just, use it, and if it breaks, I throw it out to the curb and I get a new one. They're portable, they get moved around. But yet, how much of a responsibility do they actually play in your home? And if you think, oh, they just clean my carpets, then you're kind of missing the point. They don't just clean your carpets, they clean your hard floors. Um, you should be vacuuming your hardwood floors for sure, um, with at least straight air, especially if you have older hard floors with cracks in them. Sweeping them is not going to get that stuff out of the cracks. You need to vacuum it out. They clean your hardwood floors. They're used or should be used to clean practically every surface in your home that is a dry surface. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, dust doesn't just settle in carpet. It settles all over the place. What would be the point in actually spending your time moving this thing across your carpet, across your hardwood floors, across your furniture, across whatever, if it really doesn't pick up or it shoots stuff out the other end? I mean, that's not really accomplishing anything. So, I think that a vacuum cleaner they play a huge role in your home. Okay, they're supposed to clean your air and rid the air of dust and allergens. And think about this. Your furniture, you can use your vacuum cleaner for all of your dusting, and I do once in a while. I don't do it all the time because it's not always the most convenient, but to dust your lampshades, to dust areas with large amounts of dust, to clean your hard floors, get into cracks and crevices, just everything. Your upholstery, your mattresses, your carpet, your dryer vent, your, underneath your appliances, your car, your washing machine doesn't do that kind of stuff. Your refrigerator doesn't do any cleaning. But yet, most people don't even think about a vacuum cleaner as an important tool. A vacuum cleaner will play the biggest role in your entire life than your refrigerator or your washer or your dryer or your microwave will ever play in your entire life. Like I said, they are used or should be used to clean practically every surface that is a dry surface. And not only that, but this is a major appliance in your home. A lot of people don't think about it that way, but it is a major appliance. It plays an absolutely vital role in keeping your home clean and healthy for your family and for yourself. And the good part about buying a quality vacuum cleaner like this or any other, it doesn't have to be a Kirby, but this is just what I happen to have that is built for home use and is higher end, because most people pay like $1,000 to $2,000 for these. I would never pay that much, but you can get these used for couple hundred, something like that, and they are well worth that. The $2,000 or $3,000, I don't think that's worth it at all. I would not buy one of these brand new. They're way too expensive. If you have the money and you feel comfortable doing that, go right ahead. But a good, clean, used one would be perfectly fine. And these vacuum cleaners are designed to last for 20, 30, and 40 years or more. And so, I would not be too concerned about buying a used Kirby vacuum cleaner. But the biggest thing that I find in buying a quality vacuum cleaner like this is if there happens to be a problem, you can find parts for them extremely easy, depending upon what it is. Parts are more widely available. You can actually replace parts and fix them, and you can keep them running for a long time, and they clean much better. Now, some people do complain that, parts are just expensive. I don't want a vacuum cleaner that I constantly have to maintain. And my question is, when has anything ever lasted an extremely long time, or a considerable amount of time, or a return on investment that you haven't had to maintain? I mean, the belts and the bags on these, if you vacuum weekly, per year, this is probably going to cost you $15 or $20 a year to run, give or take. That's for the bags and the belts. And so these are really cheap to run, and they last a very long time. But if you buy a Walmart vacuum cleaner, nobody really carries parts for them, and the customer service doesn't really do much for you at all. But if you have one of these or another good quality vacuum cleaner, there's gonna be places online or vacuum cleaner shops that are around that can help you out and get you the parts you need. And most likely you're gonna have that vacuum cleaner for an extremely long time. And I do know that, when you are talking about keeping your home clean and maintained, reliability is extremely important. And especially if you have pets, asthma, allergies, you need your vacuum cleaner. Like, on demand. Like, sometimes, you could easily vacuum 2 to 3 times a week, if not every day. And so having a good, reliable one is absolutely vital. And they are pretty expensive, alright? I understand that. But I do know that if I ever needed service, which most of the time I can do most of the repairs myself, but if I ever needed service, you have a lot of aftermarket support. You have a lot of access to parts and supplies and replacing them, you know, and this just cleans much better anyway. And so I know I'm going to be covered for a long time, and it's well worth the investment. And so just thinking about it, like thinking like way down the road, like how much longer is this going to last me? And this one is going on 20 years old and it still runs like it's brand new. You wouldn't even know that it's 20 years old if you turned it on and just vacuumed with it. I mean, it just runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. That's what these vacuum cleaners are built for. They are built to last. And the Kirby company had a slogan, I think they still have it now. They say, our products are for those who appreciate quality, reliability, and performance. I don't know who doesn't appreciate that, because I certainly do. I just wanted to do this video just to share some of my thoughts and give some people advice and some thoughts on owning a good quality vacuum cleaner. But like I said, this is very large and very heavy. Now, if you are on a one-level ranch house, I don't think this will be that much of an issue for you. It still is heavy, but you can roll it across the floor and it's totally fine, and it does have a transmission that helps propel it. But if you have stairs, that might be an issue, and I would not recommend this if you have to carry it up and down the stairs. So, thank you for watching. I hope this was informative. Bye-bye.